There was a time where love was slow. It wasn't perfect, but it meant something. People wrote dramatic poetry and died of tuberculosis just to prove a point. Now it's a swipe, a text, a body, a checklist, a transaction. And love is like a seasonal menu item. You might get lucky to find it, but when you do find it, it's not what you expected, way overpriced, and disappears without a trace. And I'm lucky. I'm actually in a relationship that doesn't make me feel like this at all. It's soft, it's honest, it's real. And being in love, actual love, has made modern dating look like watching a Black Mirror episode directed by a guy who got ghosted and wants revenge. It's weird to see how different the rest of the world is living. We've replaced yearning with convenience. And guess who became the convenience? Women. Women are now the DoorDash of emotional fulfillment. Expected, rated, consumed, and discarded. I recently posted a TikTok. I was headed to a party with my boyfriend. I got all dressed up in a dress. I got my hair done. And I just loved the way I looked. I felt really cute. And listen, I love when the girlies hype me up in my comments. That's literally why I post. It feels like a digital sleepover. That part of the internet is sacred. But then the men arrived. It was like a Reddit thread that gained sentience and decided to ruin my day. And suddenly my comments were filled with men objectifying me, sexualizing me, going through my TikToks from when I was 15 and saving those videos. Like, I had a guy comment, "Lose the nose ring and we'll be good." Excuse me? Who do you Oh, okay. You know what? I'll put on 10,000 more nose rings just so you stay the hell away from me. And you want to know the kicker? This guy looked like he was my dad's age. He looked like he was like 55. And the other kicker, he had his wife in his profile picture. Like, sir, go raise your kids. Like, and the same men are saving TikToks from you from when I was like 16. I literally went through every single one of my TikToks from before I turned 18 and like privated all of those. I was like, y'all are disgusting. And I don't know, lately I've just been really protective over my youth and the way that I thought that it was okay to really be objectified at a really young age. Because I feel like when I was 15 and 16, I thought I was way older than I was and that I could handle a lot more. But now that I'm like almost 20, I feel so gross and disgusting, and I just feel protective over myself and my body and me. I felt gross, disgusted, like I needed to bleach my entire TikTok page. But then I thought, what makes men so comfortable with doing this? Because we've handed them the ultimate weapon. A screen. A disgusting little coward shield that lets them act like sewer gremlins from the comfort of their mom's basement. But what's gross is that these guys, they're somebody's dad, somebody's brother, somebody's son. But it's not just about the creepy comments. It's about a whole system where men feel entitled to our bodies. Because from a young age, they're being raised online by Andrew Tate's little evil clones and alpha male podcasts that use the word female like they're describing a lab experiment. Most men don't chase anymore. They don't have to. They scroll, they collect, they just archive women and bring them back when they need them for their own fulfillment. Yeah, and it makes me mad because the future generation is gonna grow up being nicer to ChatGPT than their own partners. Vulnerability? That's cringe. Effort? That's simping. Connection? No. And I can't speak for every woman, but I'd like to think majority of us miss when men were respectful. Yearning is longing without demand. It's seeing someone and thinking, I want to know them, not I want to have them. It's what makes love feel so alive, what makes music hurt so good. But we've replaced it with texts like, "You up?" with TikToks teaching you how to be a womanizer. With people acting like wanting someone is pathetic unless you can detach at any moment. Where did we learn that needing people is so embarrassing? Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, which is the adult entertainment industry. Now, I'm not going to get graphic, but let's be honest, it's everywhere. Instagram is basically that type of app now. Twitter, lawless. Explore pages look like they just went through puberty. And it's rewiring men, especially young men. Because when desire is instant, free, and always available, you stop seeking it in real life and stop valuing the real thing. And women stop becoming people and start becoming categories, tabs, filters. They don't learn to love us, they learn to consume us. And it's also no coincidence that the loudest men preaching don't catch feelings also look like they haven't been within 2 feet of a woman. Real intimacy doesn't come from fear, but that's what most men are taught. Fear rejection, fear emotion, fear being seen. So instead of yearning, they rage. Instead of loving, they control. And instead of connecting, they consume. Love is texting them, not because you're trying to play it cool, but because you saw something that made you smile and you want them to smile too. And when we shame people for that kind of softness and tell boys that love and their emotions are a weakness, we're not raising men. We're practically raising ghosts. Yearning is not weakness. It's what makes us human. But if we keep treating love like a business deal with really, really bad benefits, then what are we even left with? Because real love is not a game. It's not a transaction. It's choosing someone even when it's hard. It's peace. It's that you want that person even when it's not easy, and that you go through rough patches and ups and downs, but it's a gift because you have someone to share that with. But if that's not in the equation anymore, what exactly are we left with? What does the future of love look like for our kids and our grandkids? Anyways, hi, I'm Isabella. Thank you for listening and joining me today. If you liked today's video, you should hit that like button because it really helps me out. And if you had fun this week, you should subscribe because I guarantee you'll have fun next week because I do post weekly every single Monday. Anyways, love ya. Great to see ya. I hope your week was well, and I'll see you next week. All right. Bye.